Good old days museum. There's a piece of coal from the Titanic. Brought up on Ballard Sub. I can lift this up if you need to. How many people have that? So this is the Stegosaurus femur leg bone that my dad found in 1934 in northern Wyoming, and was just on the television show National Geographic America's Lost Treasures, and they were able to tell me that it's a Stegosaurus, which I didn't know. It's late Jurassic, 150 million years old. And the piece behind it that's half green and half white is a Donvandosaurus cephalopod ammonite pondahos. In 1938, my dad found in northern Wyoming half of a giant fossilized sea snail called an ammonite. And he brought his home, and he ran into another rockhound who had another piece. And they talked for 5 years, and they knew they had found both pieces on the same hillside. And after they finally put them together, they realized it was the two halves. They fit like a puzzle. And my dad traded 1/4 of his entire collection to get the other half. And it's he calls it a Donvandosaurus cephalopod ammonite pondahos. And that's the part that my dad had. He had removed the matrix, so his has been varnished, and took it to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. and had it documented. And at that time, they told him that it's the 6th largest in the world of this particular type. There's some other large ammonites in the case, and a woolly mammoth tooth off to the left, that white piece that's broken. That's why I cannot remove these things out of these cases, because they are so fragile. They're so old and brittle. When I work with children at schools, I do my rock talk, or work with Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts, I always bring them a gift of one of my tumbled stones in the jar. So everybody that comes to the house, the kids all know they can go over and get a free rock. You know, and they enjoy picking it out. They'll spend forever. Some kids just grab the first one, and some will spend 15 minutes choosing the exact rock. This is a hadrohorn, which I have invented to mimic the sound of a hadrosaur dinosaur. They believe that this is how they communicated. And I do a talk for preschoolers on dinosaurs, and I wanted the sound. So this is not really a horn. It's the nasal passages made of bone on top of a certain species of hadrosaur's head. It was 4.5 feet long. I'm going to blow into it, and it would go up this nasal passage, turn, and come out, and this would be the nostril. And this would be the sound that they would make. And the preschoolers just love it, because they just, when you're about 3, this is about as good as it gets, is to hear what a dinosaur would have sounded like.